Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. Thanks for joining me today as we take a look at the final figure to be reviewed for MOTU Origins Wave 10, and it's the mini comic Trapjaw action figure. After going through all of Wave 9 without a single repaint, it seems that the repaints are now back. But this is a repaint that I think fans are gonna want. Trapjaw has always been one of the most popular characters and action figures in Masters of the Universe history, and that Wave 2 Trapjaw figure has been literally impossible to find. That figure just came and went. It's like it turned up briefly, a glimpse of it on shelves sometime way back in the end of 2020, and then it just disappeared forever. I hardly ever see it restocked anywhere. But this is a second chance for a lot of people to actually own that highly desirable Trapjaw mold. Now, I noticed that the Wave 2 Trapjaw is sealed on card with his mouth open, while the new mini comic Trapjaw is sealed with his mouth shut. This is an important variation for collectors who like to keep their figures mint on card, because it means that the figures are substantially different. Besides just the colors, they're also packaged differently on card. You know, sometimes I ask these collectors, don't you ever open up the figures to play with? And they're like, what? What are we going to do with them? Go like, pew, 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 pew. That's you, Ken. Only you do that. Guys, you know what? If you followed my previous videos, you know how I feel about these mini comic repaints, okay? Basically, they've been pretty sucky, all right? The Triclops one was an exclusive. It was kind of okay, but it wasn't exactly entirely like his mini comic appearance. And then we have the absolute worst one ever, the Stratos Repaint. Okay, that was just bullshit. That was straight up some of the laziest work I've ever seen on a MOTU Origins action figure. Now, look at this thing. I've still got it sealed on card after about a year. I never opened it up to review it. What's that to review, man? It's nonsense, okay? But I still can't bring myself to throw it out because, you know what? I'm still a completist. God knows there's tons of exclusives out there that I still haven't gotten for Origins. All right, so I gotta hold on to what I can. But this figure did make the list, the number one slot of my top 5 most disappointing MOTU Origins figures of 2021. Go check out that video if you haven't already. Okay, guys, he's loose, the mini comic Trapjaw. You know, there's something about the colors on this guy. Images of this character has been floating around online since last year. This time last year during PowerCon 2021, they debuted the images of the mini comic Trapjaw, and he looked really green in those pictures, right? This one here is like a little bit more muted. He's almost yellowish. I'm not really sure how it shows up on camera, but yeah, in person, he's more of a very light green, kind of like Trapjaw crossing over with Mountain Dew, you know? Now, if I were to base it off the colors that were used here on the action figure card back illustration, he definitely has a much darker green color tone, even here on the instructions. So I kind of wonder if that might have been a better approach for the presentation of the actual action figure. However, if you were to base the colors on this action figure against his very first mini comic appearance from 1982 in the story The Menace of Trapjaw, you'll see that the colors that I used are indeed very close to accurate. They went with a very subdued looking approach for the color tone. It's almost as though they didn't even pour in any colors at all into the figure, okay? On that cover, all right? Even in the interior of the story. By the way, this story was reviewed in full on the channel last year. Go check it out. It's a great read, a tense thriller. Trapjaw as you've never seen him before. He-Man and Skeletor being forced to team up just to stop him. Yeah, go check it out. Okay, guys, we've got ourselves here a tale of two Trapjaws. The origins tale of two Trapjaws. All right, so we've got the Wave 2 Trapjaw figure here against his new current Wave 10 mini comic appearance. And as you can see, these two figures are actually very different in many ways. The Wave 2 Trapjaw figure had many innovations that they applied to the body. They went with an almost different mold entirely for the body compared to everything else that was on Origins at the time, especially if you see on the knees and the boots. Whereas for the mini comic Trapjaw figure, it uses more or less a standard Masters of the Universe barbarian-like body. And what you'll also notice here is that this guy comes with a closed fist hand. Check that out, right? So he's got a different fist hand. That's pretty cool. I would have actually liked an open, like a grip hand, okay, so that he could actually grip onto one of the extra weapons, okay? He's got one weapon attached, one weapon on the buckle, and just, you know, one weapon being held in his hands. But we don't have that, right? So we've got a fist hand instead. Is cool. You know, Trapjaw can make a fist this time around. So there are substantial differences. Let's check out the rest of them. Okay, guys, let's take a look, a deep dive into the mini comic Trapjaw action figure. The Headscarf looks alright. I gotta say that with this color scheme, the eyes, the hollow looking eyes, kind of look even more hellish, you know. The head turns around pretty good. The jaw opens and closes. Yeah, hey, how you doing? Want to get a drink? Yeah, so this thing operates well. The color scheme is a little bit more different this time around on top of the head. It's got a little bit more of a glossier red color compared to the first version that came out in Wave 2. Overall, this thing is pretty cool looking. And one thing about the head, just a reminder that Trapjaw in fact comes on a different sized sort of like a neck peg. He's got a different design altogether. So if you were to pop his head off, you'll see that those of you that already have the Wave 2 Trapjaw figure will know that he's actually got a different design here. He practically has got no neck. Okay, so this pack doesn't actually work so well with any other Masters Universe character head other than Trapjaw. So if I were to try this on with another Masters Universe character, let's see, we've got Fisto here. Let's pop his head off. Let's pop his human head onto this mechanical body. So if you get this onto the pack there, what you'll see is that, he looks pretty okay from the front, right? Except that, he doesn't actually have any neck, right? As you can see here. So, the translation really doesn't work for any other character other than just Trapjaw. Side-by-side comparison between the neck sculpt for a normal Masters Universe character like Fisto versus that of Trapjaw. You can see the difference between the two. Again, the mold for the Trapjaw body is indeed very unique. Okay, let's take a close-up look at Trapjaw's body here. Now on camera, the body armor here kind of looks like it's got a silver finishing to it, okay? But it doesn't actually. It's more of a flat silver. It's just the camera makes it look like it's shiny, okay? But yeah, it's nicely applied, okay? The body armor and the belt buckle have the same color tone. And then we get down to the accessories, starting with the claw hand here. These are of a lighter gray color tone. Lighter compared to the original Wave 2 version, which is just black, okay? And then we've got his giant laser pistol, right? This thing looks cool. Most likely the best of all the accessories among most of you out there. This is my favorite too, right? And then the giant mechanical arm, okay, where everything attaches to, is also gray. But there's kind of an issue here though, all right? Now, the arm, okay, the mechanical arm actually feels really loose, okay? When you don't have anything attached to it, it seems pretty okay. But once you get the attachments on, all right, okay, once you get the attachments on, you start to see that this thing here is actually being weighted down, all right? Let's get the laser pistol back in there, okay? Let's plug it in there, and you'll see that this thing actually doesn't hold up. You see that? You see that? It's just falling down, okay? It's just some bullshit, okay? This is the kind of quality control shit that just upsets me, all right? Okay, why is this happening, all right? You need to be able to pose this out. This is most critical feature, all right? This is the point of the whole action figure, all right? The interchangeable arm. And, this thing doesn't even hold up. So what's up, okay? Let's get this thing out. Okay, where's the problem, all right? Is it, this pack right here? Is it the slot that's in the body? What's causing this problem, all right? So if I were to get out the mechanical arm from the Wave 2 Trapjaw figure, all right, if I were to get out this arm, just plug it in there. Let's see, does it have a problem? Yeah, see that? Still falling down, okay? So that means that the problem is with the slot that's inside here, okay? That's what's causing this thing, okay? Because if I were to attach this original mechanical arm back to its Wave 2 body, you'll see that, look at that, okay? First of all right, this thing functions perfectly. No problems at all right? You can just pose it, it holds. Look at that, you can get him just blasting around. See, no problems at all. And then if we were to get the mini comic arm onto this body, see that it holds up, okay? Look at that, no problems, guys. All right, so yeah, I don't know what happened here, okay? They must have been reusing the same body, right? Okay, but something, okay, fuck, okay, you know what? Yeah, just stay there, okay, stay there, all right? Yeah, something happened during translation. I don't know what, okay, but they just cocked this thing up, all right? And this is a highly sought after figure. Come on, guys, are you telling me that all the mini comic Trapjaw figures out there are like this? I don't know. Is it just me that's got a bum figure here? You tell me, man. But this sucks. Okay, that aside, let's get the belt buckle off so you guys can see the rest of the detailing on the figure, especially on his boxer shorts. There's some new detailing here. It's got the stripes. Can you see that? Right? Mini comic stripes. Okay, mini comic approved stripes. Then you work your way down to the boots here. These also have some patterning detail on them. It's like, bits of string tied up there, maybe just holding the boots together. Maybe they're about to fall apart. These pieces of string are holding it together. I don't know, man. Okay, but this is a pretty good repaint. Okay, they've got some substantial elements here to recreate his mini comic look. I gotta say, okay, I gotta give them props for that. Not for the quality control though. The quality control blows, right? But then the representation of the figure is good. Okay, and now we have the original vintage 1982 Trapjaw action figure. Just brought him out here for no reason at all, but just to show the comparison shot with the modern day Origins Trapjaw figure. And I had a devil of a time trying to get the accessories for this vintage figure. All right, I don't have the belt buckle though. Okay, the belt buckle, yeah, I gotta find one perhaps on eBay at some point. But yeah, I mean, the figure is still, this is still the most probably prized Masters of the Universe action figure for a lot of collectors out there. He's one of the best characters, definitely. But it's just something here, the head sculpt is fantastic, all right? And the one thing about the head sculpt, the vintage figure, is just that, you open up the jaw, and, maybe because of the way that the head was sculpted, is that the jaw falls down at just the right angle, all right? He looks realistic like this, I would say. You get what I mean? All right, the jaw, opens and closes, and he looks realistic. But when you look at the new Trapjaw figure, I just feel that the jaw just goes all the way down, like way past the point, okay, way past its natural point, and it becomes almost kind of comical looking, like he's laughing. All right, can you see that? Can you see that? Maybe that was the intent, okay, to have him be able to laugh. I don't know, but I just felt that this look is a little bit too comical. In some aspects, also, it kind of looks like he's got his mouth like all the way down. It kind of looks like a victim from a Japanese horror movie, like The Ring, The Grudge. When those victims died, they all had their mouths open, kind of like remember that? Okay, remember that? It kind of reminds me of that. Okay, like a Japanese horror movie victim. Finally, with this mini comic Trapjaw figure, you can recreate this action sequence featured on the back of the Digitino cardback artwork. Digitino in furious mathematical battle with Trapjaw. Are you kidding me? Check out the artillery, man. I've got this king-size laser pistol, this claw weapon, a hook hand. What are you supposed to be? A pop singer with a crap stick? Hey, Rico Suave, something you gotta know. Never bring a stick to a gunfight. Yes, what I said. Okay guys, so that's my look at the MOTU Origins Wave 10 mini comic Trapjaw action figure. Another exclusive video review brought to you by Ken from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. Spread the word. Also, this mini comic figure is actually very well done, except for the fact that it screwed up the quality control on the mechanical arm, the key feature of the action figure. That being said, I still think that this is one of the more faithful mini comic representations that have come out so far. I hope that not all of the figures were affected by this. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Catch you guys again real soon with more content.